All right, how about something that's not a fencing video? Wouldn't that be dandy? We're gonna get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man. The little 700 white here we worked on in a previous installment, and since then I got some more stuff. Let me I guess before we start, let's take this panel off because we need the battery hooked up. Oh, that went much easier than I thought it would. In previous engagements, it put up much more of a struggle than that. But in the last one, I was disappointed slightly. Whoa, I just found something else I didn't know it was on here. Wonder what they did with that. Interesting. Salt spreader maybe. But in the last one, we tackled this wiring, which now we're gonna wrestle with again. And we put a different key switch in it. I can't even find the thing I'm looking for. There we go. All right, let's lay that up there for a minute. It's got more stuff in it. But we put this key switch in, and while it works, I'm also disappointed in it because it doesn't, like, I can turn the key backwards and the generator light comes on, but then forwards, the only thing that comes on is this park light. So something ain't right in Denmark here, because that's not how it's supposed to be. Also, I should say, somebody previously said, why didn't you move that shifter? Well, yeah, you can, but I didn't want it in gear, so that's why I didn't have it that way. But I got to looking online, because I had ordered that key switch. It said it was for a 780 Fiat. And I mean, look at that. It's got all kinds of foreign writing on it. So you'd think that it was right. But I see the problem now. John Deere is involved. So that could have something to do with it. And you see the style of the switch and how it's made. And then you see, like, the switch that I took out of it looked like this. Well, there was a serial number break on these key switches according to the parts book, but I couldn't find any definitive reason or rhyme or anything that told me what was what. And if I look at this one, it's got numbers on it, but they're not like the Fiat numbers. So I ordered this switch, which is supposed to be another Fiat key switch just like this, that says it fits a white 700. So we're gonna hook this one up and see if it doesn't do all the things that it's supposed to, in which case then I guess we'll swap out one for the other there. Yeah, I like how that one looks so nice and finished, but if it doesn't do the thing, it ain't really what I want. So in theory, this should be easy because I sorted out all the struggles. So all I should have to do is move these one at a time over to this. The red wire is 50. That's the cranking wire. And then this wire is the 58, 57 wire. 57, 58. And then, see, there is a difference in the orientation, which makes me think that maybe this is going to work. The 57 wire is over here now. And then what do we have left? 1554. What's that one? Can't see. Now, this one was on the number 31, which should have been this one. Come on. See, it's cold, so we're going to struggle. It's not quite as cold as when we put the other key switch in, but it's windy, so The wind, friends, the wind. And we are struggling. And we are struggling. Come on. Go ahead on there. Now, if this really fixes it, I'm very puzzled as to why they would make two different key switches that obviously don't play nice together. But at the same rate, if this fixes it, I'll be very happy, because then I won't have to worry. Contact, nope, it's still not going to do it. Still the same way. It's still accessory makes the light, the charging light come on, and then forward is making the park light come on. So that did not change anything. So I think I'm just going to leave this switch in, and we'll put it all back over to how it was, because it's obviously not doing anything differently than what we had. So, and that one's got the nicer trim piece. Well, that's a bummer. I was really hoping that that was gonna solve all of our life's problems there, especially since it was laid out different. I thought, well, maybe it'll do the thing. 57, 58, that goes there. And then this one goes on 30, which should be the one that's left over. Oh no, I'm doing it wrong. Come on now. Yeah. That one goes there. This one goes there. That one goes there. All right. Yeah, I'm very puzzled. I don't know. I guess that is the problem, is something else is crossed, either back here or maybe in the fuse box even. Like they got pulled off, like this one is pulled off. So maybe, I'm suspecting that's probably part of our troubles. I don't know. But let's see if it will start without killing us. Another cold start for the Fiat, the white 700. I do need to put you like that though, so you have to look through the broken thing, because clutch safety switch, you know, I gotta have. Cold start, come on. Put up a little more struggle today, but fired right up, really. I mean, runs good, not even smoking, cold, or anything. So that's pretty sweet. What a sweetheart. We will have to put this switch away for another day. We'll find I don't know what I did with the bag it was in. So we got a spare key switch, and I'm okay with that. It wasn't that much money, and ooh, I hit the foot throttle. It wasn't that much money, and I'll probably own more of these at one point in my life or another, so. Okay. Let's shut her down. That was enough fun there. Okay. I also had, yeah, see, that was another problem. I can get the horn to work, but it's got to be in the accessory position. So it's like two things are flip-flopped, but I'm not sure where they're flip-flopped. That's why I think maybe the fuse box is flip-flopped. Somebody pulled them out and then just stuck them back in, and now it doesn't work nice. But then when they put this old key switch in, they just hammered it home until they found a position where everything worked. I don't know. So that's going to take some more doings. But that's not what's in my bag of tricks here. I noticed that the best thing to do is throw all your stuff to the ground. Now, I ordered a few of these, which I need to put somewhere else, but for now I'll just throw them there so I lose them. That is the little plastic plugs that go in the bottom of this deal. I noticed that this throttle cable was not very pretty anymore. So I went ahead and bought one that I thought was, you know, would do the thing. But I don't know anything about anything. I know that's shocking to you, but what I'm saying is I don't know where it goes. Oh, there it goes right there. So probably what a guy needs to do, and I don't know that he can, because who knows, is take this top piece off. But will that really gain me anything, because this collar is here? It looks to me like this is pretty solid, and I wonder if that, well, that wouldn't have anything to do with that panel that they cut in, because that wouldn't get you where you need to go. But I don't even feel where that where's that cable go through. Oh, it goes along there. Maybe that's not that difficult to get out of there. I have a feeling it is, though. Like, I have a feeling we're gonna have to take that top loose, and maybe it will become clear. I don't know. I just don't foresee that that's gonna be movable, because that plastic, this throttle assembly thing is plastic, and that's pretty well on there. All right, this might be what you call foolishness, because the other one's working. It's just that I kind of feel like, why not replace it, well, before it gets bad. So this end would end up out here, and that little doogie will hook in there. But the big struggle bus is going to be how, if we can get that out of there, and how that's going to work. I don't know. See, this one is different. The layout of the rods and everything. Also, we're in the shade, so it's super duper cold with the wind blowing. But like the other Fiats use mechanical linkage to run the foot throttle, and this, let me show you. All right, so like here, this isn't even very good. It's kind of cobbled up, but your throttle goes here, then you got a rod from your foot pedal, and then you're supposed to have a rod that goes up here to your injection pump. Well, on this other one, the foot throttle rod is your main throttle control to the injection pump, and then they just have a cable that goes up to the dash to run the other thing. It might be more miserable out here today than it was the other day, because it's so cold with the wind blowing. But we need to get us a Phillips head screwdriver, which I thought we had one here. There it is. Let's take these loose and see if this can even happen easily. Because if this doesn't happen easily, I don't know if it's worth the effort until it has to happen. It'd be nice, but I mean, I don't know how the thing is put together. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, I tell you, that's nonsense. A bird's nest. So what you're immediately going to want to do is lose that screw. It definitely hit right there, so you would think it just rolled out to the ground. Air screw. It's not worth it. It's a screw. We can get another one. There it is. I see it. I know some people probably don't like the Fiat videos, but it's bound to be better than fencing videos, isn't it? I know one person who will say no. Somebody told me that their mother's watching all the time, and she didn't enjoy the Fiat wiring videos as much as she liked the fence building ones because you could see scenery. But here, you can hear the joyful noises of all the jackasses in the background, you know? Those things. Oh man, this is windy. It's ridiculous. If I had the back glass in that cab, it would help protect us, but the problem there is somebody who took it off was so aggressive they bent the pins. Maybe we should stop and, you know, take a detour and see if we can fix that. I have that piece laying right here, and it should be off of the floor anyway. The floor, aka the ground. Oh, that didn't really gain us a lot, but maybe it makes us feel better. I don't know. Yeah, see, somebody was real mean to my pins, and they really made a mess of them. I wonder if a guy would hammer them up straight if they would go in there again. I wonder what I'm gonna find here, because they're both bent down. I wonder if I'm gonna find that there's not enough clearance to get that in there. Look at the sky. Let's see if we can even do this. I'm trying to remember where I put the orange hammer too, because I really could use that. I probably took it away somewhere. Oh, I think I found something now. Well, no, that's something else. Oh, that's gonna be a mess when I get that on there. I gotta have a hammer. Let me see if I can come up with one. Let's see if this one will do it. Boy, that's gonna be a struggle bus, because that pin is not straight. All we can do is try and see if it's gonna go. I feel like this pin needs a lot more love than I can give it, but maybe it'll work to do what I want to do. Oh, just as I thought. The struggle is real. Why is that doing that? That doesn't make sense at all. So the reason that the last guy bent that down is because how are you supposed to get it with it like that? You can't get in there to it. And I don't think this piece comes off. That's welded as part of the structure. So that's why they bent her down. So what I'm gonna have to probably do in the winter time, or in some time to when we put this back for keeps, is I'm gonna probably have to cut this off and see if I can make it somehow bolt on that last loop, because that's weird. If it'll work. If it won't work, I guess we won't. We'll have to make that more better later, but maybe that'll keep some of the wind from hitting me while I'm in there working. But I don't know, unless those pins were made to drive in, that's not usually the way they're made. I'm not real sure how or why this was done the way that it was, But I know one thing, there's probably a reason this company doesn't make cabs anymore, because that's a pretty dumb design, in my opinion, when you can't get this piece off, but yet it interferes with the hinging ability. You know, now if I had this pin out and I could just lift it up and drive it in and be done with it, but then you could never ever get that off again. But at this point, who cares, you know? Oh, in all its glory, isn't it beautiful? Not even on there at all. I'll have to think on that and see how I would think about changing it, because you don't really have the clearance to do much of anything. But I could notch out that silver piece up there, but I kind of hate to do that. Maybe I could make the hinges somehow work. I don't know. It'd just be nice to have the feature to be able to remove that if you had to. I probably did all that for nothing, but whatever. All right, well, I can't see anything, so. Oh, looky there. That does kind of help. The cup holder from a viewer is holding me up though. It was sitting in the shed and I stuck it in this tractor the other day. Well, it appears there's a little clip. I'm really struggling with you today, friends. I'm hoping that this is very straightforward and this will be easy to understand. Maybe that folds up. Yeah. That's a cute little clip. I don't want to lose it. Let's lay it down there so we don't lose it. How hard is this going to come off of there? It shouldn't come off hard at all. It should just lift off of there. And then we should be able to just pull that out and up. This might actually be simple, friends. I don't want to say that. I should have said that, because now it's going to be difficult. But it looks like it has potential. Well, now we're going there. I like how I have this nice scraper as my screwdriver. Sure. That's all it took though. Can we get that? How does it go through the firewall? Very difficultly. I gotta pull this through so I can. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, look at that. All right, this might actually work. We're gonna get rid of those wires too that we bypassed last time. It's gonna be interesting feeding the cable through the grommet. Maybe not. Maybe it'll go. Come on. Well, it acts like it wants to go, but then it acts like it's stuck in the thing. So, are we going to get it? Are we going to struggle? Who knows? So in the cab, it goes down through a grommet, and now it almost feels like there's a second one. It's not a straight pull. That's another problem. So let's see, is that coming out that way? I bet it's gonna be a, oh, now see, now we're, who knows where we are. We're not where I thought we were. Oh, uh-oh. Well, that was unfortunate too. Did that hit the ground? Probably didn't. I punched the grommet down and it went away. And that didn't fix my problem. Oh, man. Sometimes I wonder why I do what I do. just pull out of there. Straight down. Conditions are worsening. I don't like what just happened. I thought a while ago when I was in the house, I don't need to bring my light. I won't need the light. I'll be able to just do it. And boy, was I wrong. So apparently, there must be a space between, there's my hinge. There must be a space in here. And you can't get to that. That's the fun wrinkle of the whole thing, friends. Apparently that space is no man's land. And you can't get there for nothing. So, everything I just did that I thought was going to be so dandy, turns out that now we're going to work half of a day just to find the cable back. And the grommet, which I punched through there by accident, and now it is gone forever. I mean, boy, when things go wrong, you would think that would come out somewhere. As much as I don't see it at all. Wonder, there's a into that compartment. Okay, maybe we just wised up to. There's the end of the cable. Can we go through this way? I thought it'd be cool if it wasn't like totally destroying everything, but the only thing that didn't happen there was I didn't get oh, or did I? Is this the grommet? No, I didn't get the grommet back. I guess that's lost forever, so we probably should find another one. But I did figure out maybe the trick of how this is going to go, because I don't think I'm going to get it for feeding it vertically. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. So another thing we're going to want to do is struggle immensely. That ain't going nowhere. Why is this not going anywhere? That's the big question. Do I have to feed it back through like that other one? Maybe I could feed it through here. Be interesting to know where that's going. It did come out the right way. Okay. Now though, oh shoot. Now though, I see it. Boy, this sucks. Did that fall all the way to the ground? It did. That's nuts. Oh. Okay, friends. It's funny how some things will go all the way through and other things will not. There we go. Is this even gonna play nice? Struggle bus. Okay, come on. Come on, baby doll. Well, we're getting it, but I'm telling you, that's a feat of engineering right there. I don't know what they were thinking. Now we need to get this on there. Oh no. Don't drop it. I'm gonna have to try to find a replacement for it. There we go. There we go. It's hard to believe that that's all that holds that in is, I guess, gravity. Okay, I'm no math magician here, but I should have put another grommet on there, but I didn't do it in the inside. But I think I want to have this, like right now the main throttle's at an idle, so I think I want to have it like right here. Oh, let's just go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. All right, now if all's well, that should be wide open. Pretty well is. See how that works? The cable takes over. Then when you release it, you can use the foot throttle independently because it slides on there. I don't know that I'm a great fan of that setup, but we managed to get it. I wonder what that was at one point. That was something. Let's put this plug back in. I'm sad I didn't find the little grommet back. I could have put that on there. I could still take it loose on the top and slide one down. Maybe I need to hunt around. I thought I had an assortment of those at one time, but I can go look. Let me go look in the service truck. All right, friends. Storehouse. Isn't that the brand that the Mormons have to store up food for 7 years? I might actually need the smaller one. I'm sure it's a metric hole, so this isn't gonna just go. Nice. Plus I have to undo everything I just did. So, isn't that always fun when you get to do that? See, I gotta get that pushed forward, get that clip up off of there, pull it back. Try not to rocket it across the room, aka the cab. Pull that back off of there. Pull that cable up through. Is there enough room to just shove her down on there? Or is that gonna be a struggle bus too? Probably gonna be a struggle bus too. Should have probably just pulled the cable out to do it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't mind doing things twice. We're used to that. That's just practically my mission statement at this point. There's just no room in this thing to do anything. They had a good idea with the way they made this in a lot of ways, but I wish they would have made this dash piece come off like it. The old Fiats, you could take all of the sheet metal off and you could have all the wiring in your hand. I mean, it was very easy to maneuver. So, why we switched back to this one piece thing, other than maybe styling, they thought it looked pretty, but I would prefer functionality over beauty myself. At least on something like this that you have to work on. Well, it's kind of in there. It's hard to do with the cable up through the center. I bet that was a metric hole too. I mean, I bet it's not really 7/8. But I got a lot of it on there. What the heck is the deal? There we go. I might have it. I got it better than nothing, at least. Yeah, we got her pretty good. Let's see if we can, if we do this enough, we'll end up ruining our brand new cable by flexing it and destroying it. So let's do that too, so that we get to order a second one of these and do this all over again. Come on. Or not. Or not. Let's go. There we go. Oh, there's the problem. Now we're going to put this clip back on. There. That may have seemed like a waste of time, but I feel better about having that grommet so it doesn't saw through this new cable instantly. It'll wait, you know, till halfway through the year before it saws through the new cable. Oh, that's a cool wrinkle on struggle busing. I really like it when you... Oh my goodness. Why does it have to be so difficult? You know? I feel like sometimes things just take the long way around because the camera's on. Normally this would have been like a 5-minute job, and I've got like 58 minutes of footage. So, I mean, do better, life. Let's see here. Maybe these are the original type screws. I was kind of thinking they didn't look like that wouldn't be the type of thing that they would have used, but there were some down lower as well, so that's fine. I seriously doubt anybody ever took the time to take this dash off for any reason, unless they've replaced that cable once before. But all right, maybe I can reach it from over here. I'm lazy. I'm sick of walking back and forth. But you can see down in there. Maybe you can't. It's so dark. The cable going through the bottom. I'll show you again in a minute. Let me get this tightened. See, I'm over here because I thought maybe we'd hear it run again with the cable, so we could hear the cable in action, like. And then I thought, well, I'll get my phone out to show you the... Yeah, see, I didn't get the back of the grommet quite all the way seated, but I got 99% of it. So we're gonna look the other way. It's cold. Maybe when it's warm one day, we'll go back and try that again or something, but I'm not worried about it for now. Let's see if we... Nice horse. I just wish the nice horse would charge. If I turn the key backwards after starting it, maybe it will. Because now all that works. pull this. That's nice. See how that locks, and then you just pull up on that. She shuts off. Okay, so we are 1 out of 2 on this video. We got a throttle cable put on. We did not succeed in fixing our key strangeness problem, but like I said, I'm suspecting that probably the problem is now somewhere else down the line. Either something is still melted together that shouldn't be, or something is melted apart that should be together, or there's just something else that's not, like the fuse box wires got pulled off and then somebody shoved them back up and they're in the wrong place, so they're sending power to the wrong to do. So, oh, I know the other thing we were gonna do, and I gotta go get the socket and stuff, but we're gonna take this wire off, and we're gonna pull these wires out, and then that's 2 less wires that we gotta fool with, because we don't use those anymore. That was the old push button stuff that they had rigged up. See our throttle cable of sadness? I think it was a good thing for me to go ahead and replace it, even though it wasn't totally broke. I think that's see, the thing is, like when I ordered that key, then if you're gonna order, you might as well order a bunch of stuff so you don't pay shipping. So that was one thing I thought we could go ahead and replace. I also ordered some of these, which, yeah, is that the last thing I needed in there? Let me take you around here. I'm trying to remember which one needs them. Maybe does my good 1365 need them? But these are drawbar pins, and they're really nice. No, I put them on that one. Moo to you too. Happy morning. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, see that power takeoff shield I've ordered? Shh, that's a surprise. We're not ready yet, but this one needs them. If they fit. They may not fit this one. They should. So I need to take those bolts out, and then these will be the drawbar pins. Let's see if I can put them back there for now. I like them. They got a hole for a hairpin, but then they got that loop so you can pull them, and then, you know, your swinging drawbar. There you go. This doesn't look like the right kind of drawbar, does it? But it's in there. So, also, I wonder if somebody homemade it, because look how that hole's off center. It'd be hard to believe that a manufacturer would do that, but who knows? All right, I think these are gonna go on that red, white, and blue one. I think that's what I got them for. Either that or these are extras, I can't remember. It said limited stock remaining, so I ordered a lot. Here you go. There's how it's gonna look though. See how nice that is? 2 little things. You can easily pull and change the whatcha-me. Okay, what do we suppose? This one? Oh, so close. Go up 2 sizes or 1? Well, the Grinch's heart was 3 sizes that day. Probably just needed to go 1, although that may not be metric. That might be... There we go. Should we shut the power off or just do it live? Let's just do it live. What's the worst that we could do other than arc it out, start a fire, burn it down, and then the barn catches fire and burns that down and destroys everything I have? If that's the worst that could happen, what are we worried about? Alright, get out of there, you. Let's do this. Let's hang those. The end ratchet was the closest one, so that's why I'm using it. Okay, let's pull through these 2 wires here. Of course, it's gonna catch. I knew it. I knew it would. Because if it's not the most difficult way around, we're not doing it right. Okay. Let's just take this loose. Oh, isn't that handy? Handy dandy. We may end up using this for something else, like the thermostarter. I did order a heavier switch, but it hasn't arrived, so we're gonna see if that thing I ordered will even work. I question it, friends. I question it. But it is supposed to go, I believe, right here, the thermostarter thing. And then this, I don't know what this is. Flashers, and they work. They can't really work. Why is the flasher unit working? If there has to be at least one light that's working for that to happen, right? Usually they don't just... The flasher doesn't usually work unless something's actually flashing. That must be, though. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Because it ain't got much in the way of bulbs anymore. So see, it makes me wonder too. I mean, that looks very factory, but the thing does not mention this. So either that's a later thing, or maybe that was an optional thing, or maybe that was a Canadian add-on thing because they had stuff and things that they were doing oot and a boot. I don't know. That's going to be thermostarter there. So the only thing I don't have hooked up now is this green wire that's dangling, and we need to figure out, and that most certainly goes to the fuse box, and so we got to see what that is, but I don't know that we're going to do that in this video. We got a throttle cable on. I feel pretty good right there, so we'll just leave it at that one. We'll sort out more of our wiring mess later. We also will end up, before we're done and really have this usable, this tractor's got hydraulic brakes, and I don't think they're hydraulic braking. So we're gonna have to bleed them at the very least, if not cry and sing a song. No, I don't know. We're gonna have to do something, is what I'm saying. See, the next place we're gonna go is figuring out what we got scotch locked here. I hate scotch lock connectors, and they've got this green wire scotch locked in. And where does it go? It goes away somewhere. So that kind of stuff is stuff we're gonna have to discombobulate, disconnect, and then we can go about our happy life. But we need to get it where it's gonna charge, because right now I do not believe that it will charge unless you turn the key backwards, because that's the position where everything starts working. So I will study the wiring diagram one day really intently at the fuse box, and maybe make some notes, and maybe we can figure out the difference between these two. Do they need to be connected from one to the other? Did they all get pulled off and they're not in the right spot? Most of that should be headlights, but you know, we got a double green and we got a blue with a white stripe. So we'll look and see if we can tell what those are, and maybe that will answer all of our life's questions that we had. And then maybe things will start working and life will smile on us and happy times will abound, because right now it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Stuff just doesn't want to cooperate. But I better make sure that was all that was in my bag of tricks. I'm pretty sure it was. So that's all there. Here, you want some advertising? The Hart Parr Oliver Collector Association Summer Show in Wooster, Ohio. June 25, 6, 7. Agco family repowers featuring Fiat made metal green. Oh, Fiat made tractors almost makes me want to try to get out there with this thing, but I don't know that I want to haul this that far. This is kind of, it's just a little too wide for my trailer, but it would be one of the few around if I could make that happen. But I'm not promising anything because my schedule is very busy. I hate it that it is, but that's just the way it is. My schedule is busy. I can't. But yes, it's coming along ever so slowly. It's just taking its sweet time, but we are making progress, and that's always a good thing. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am. Or if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.